The Asylum. I never imagined that my journey would lead me to the desolate grounds of the abandoned psychiatric hospital. But as a journalist seeking the truth behind its haunting reputation, I couldn't resist the allure of its dark history. As I stepped through the rusted gates, a chill swept over me, and the air grew thick with an oppressive silence. The hospital loomed before me, its windows shattered and its walls adorned with graffiti. Despite the bright daylight, shadows clung to its decaying facade like lingering spirits. Inside, the asylum's corridors stretched endlessly, each step echoing with the whispers of the past. I felt a shiver run down my spine as I ventured deeper into its depths, unaware of the horrors awaiting me within its shadowy embrace. It wasn't long before I encountered the first sign of the asylum's supernatural presence. A flicker of movement caught my eye, and I turned to see a figure vanish around a corner, leaving behind only a cold chill in its wake. Determined to uncover the truth, I enlisted the help of a team of paranormal investigators. Together, we explored the asylum's abandoned wards, searching for evidence of the otherworldly. EVP recordings captured faint whispers and disembodied voices, confirming the presence of restless spirits. As night fell, the asylum's atmosphere grew more sinister. Shadows danced in the dim light of our flashlights, and a sense of dread settled over us like a suffocating blanket. It was clear that we were not alone in the asylum's haunted halls. With each passing hour, the asylum's influence seeped into our minds, twisting our thoughts and sowing seeds of paranoia. Hallucinations plagued our every waking moment, blurring the line between reality and nightmare. It seemed that the asylum's dark history was consuming us from within. Research into the asylum's past revealed a harrowing tale of abuse and neglect. Patients had endured unspeakable horrors at the hands of their caretakers, their anguished cries echoing through the halls. It was no wonder that their restless spirits still lingered within its walls. In the heart of the asylum, we encountered a malevolent force, unlike anything we had ever faced. Its presence filled us with dread, and we knew that we were no match for its dark power. It seemed intent on driving us from the asylum at any cost. Armed with ancient rituals and incantations, we prepared to confront the entity and banish it from the asylum once and for all. With trembling hands and hearts filled with fear, we ventured into the heart of darkness to confront the source of our torment. In the asylum's darkest depths, we faced the entity in a battle of wills and strength. Shadows writhed and twisted around us as we struggled to hold our ground against its relentless assault. But with determination and courage, we refused to back down. In a desperate bid to save ourselves, I made the ultimate sacrifice, offering myself as a vessel to contain the entity's dark energy. With a blinding flash of light, the entity was banished from the asylum, leaving behind only a sense of peace in its wake. Exhausted but victorious, I emerged from the asylum's shadowy embrace, forever changed by my harrowing ordeal. Though scars remained, I knew that I had triumphed over the darkness that had threatened to consume me. As I left the asylum behind, I carried with me the memories of my journey into the unknown, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit in the face of unspeakable terror. Though the shadows of the past would always linger, I faced the future with hope and optimism, ready to embrace whatever adventures lay ahead. In the end, the asylum stood silent and empty, its haunted halls now free from the curse that had plagued them for centuries. Though its dark history would never be forgotten, it would serve as a warning to all who dared to tread its haunted paths. With the darkness banished, peace returned to the asylum once more. The building stood silent and empty, its haunting whispers silenced by the power of light and love. As I reflected on my journey, I realized the true meaning of courage and perseverance. Though the road had been long and treacherous, it had led me to a place of understanding and enlightenment I never could have imagined. Though my time in the asylum had come to an end, its echoes would forever linger in the recesses of my mind. I knew that the lessons I had learned would stay with me for a lifetime, guiding me through whatever trials lay ahead. As I looked back on my journey, I knew that I would always carry a piece of the asylum with me, a reminder of the darkness that lurked within us all, and the light that could banish it from our lives. And so, the story of the asylum would continue, its echoes reverberating through the halls of time for all eternity. Though its walls may crumble and its memories fade, its lessons would live on in the hearts of all who dared to listen. The Echoes. As a paranormal investigator, I've explored countless haunted locations, but none sent shivers down my spine like the abandoned psychiatric hospital on the outskirts of town. When an anonymous tip led me there, I couldn't resist the allure of its dark mysteries. The hospital loomed over me, its windows boarded up and its once white walls now stained with decay. A chill wind whispered through the overgrown grounds, carrying with it the echoes of tormented souls. Despite my unease, I pressed on, eager to uncover the truth. Stepping inside, I was greeted by the musty scent of decay and the oppressive weight of the past. Shadows danced along the walls, and I felt the gaze of unseen eyes following my every move. It was as if the hospital itself was alive with the memories of its troubled past. As I explored the hospital's labyrinthine corridors, I encountered inexplicable phenomena at every turn. Cold spots chilled the air, and disembodied voices whispered in the darkness. I knew then that I was not alone in the abandoned halls. In the dead of night, I witnessed spectral figures drifting through the shadows, their faces twisted in agony. They reached out to me with spectral hands, pleading for release from their eternal torment. Their anguished cries echoed through the empty halls, sending shivers down my spine. With each passing day, the hospital's malevolent energy grew stronger, feeding off the fear and despair of those who dared to tread its haunted halls. I felt its icy grip tightening around me, threatening to drag me into the depths of madness. Research into the hospital's history revealed a chilling tale of abuse and neglect, of patients subjected to barbaric treatments in the name of science. It seemed that the hospital's troubled past had left an indelible mark on its crumbling walls. In my quest for answers, I stumbled upon hidden chambers deep within the hospital, their doors sealed shut for decades. With trembling hands, I pried them open, revealing the horrors that lay within. It was a journey into darkness from which there was no return. As I delved deeper into the hospital's secrets, I became ensnared in a web of terror, unlike anything I had ever experienced. Shadows twisted and writhed around me, and the echoes of the past grew louder with each passing moment. I knew then that I was in the presence of true evil. With each step I took, I felt my grip on reality slipping away. Hallucinations plagued my every waking moment, and paranoia gnawed at the edges of my sanity. It was as if the hospital itself was toying with my mind, driving me to the brink of madness. In the heart of the hospital, I encountered a powerful entity that seemed to feed off the fear and despair of its victims. Its presence filled me with dread, and I knew that I was no match for its dark power. It seemed determined to claim me as its own. With every ounce of strength I possessed, I fought against the malevolent entity that threatened to consume me. Shadows writhed and twisted around me, and I felt the cold touch of its icy fingers upon my skin. But I refused to surrender to the darkness that lurked within. Armed with ancient rituals and incantations, I prepared to confront the entity and banish it from the hospital once and for all. With trembling hands, I began the ritual, calling upon the forces of light to aid me in my battle against the darkness. In the climactic showdown, I faced the malevolent entity in a battle of wills and strength. Shadows danced around us, and the air crackled with dark energy as we clashed in a struggle for dominance. It was a fight to the death, with the fate of my soul hanging in the balance. With a final burst of strength, I unleashed the power of the ancient rituals, banishing the entity from the hospital and sealing it away for eternity. Light pierced through the darkness, and I felt the hospital's malevolent energy dissipate until it was no more. Exhausted but victorious, I emerged from the hospital's shadowy embrace, forever changed by my harrowing ordeal. Though scars remained, I knew that I had triumphed over the darkness that had threatened to consume me. As I left the hospital behind, I carried with me the memories of my journey into the unknown, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit in the face of unspeakable terror. Though the shadows of the past would always linger, I faced the future with hope and determination, ready to embrace whatever adventures lay ahead. In the end, the hospital stood silent and empty, its haunted halls now free from the curse that had plagued them for centuries. Though its dark history would never be forgotten, it would serve as a warning to all who dared to tread its haunted paths. As I bid farewell to the hospital, I hoped that the souls trapped within its walls had finally found peace. Though their memories would linger on, I prayed that they could now rest in eternal slumber, their torment at last ended. And so, my journey into the depths of madness came to an end, but the echoes of the hospital's haunted past would stay with me forever. Though I may face new challenges and obstacles in the future, I knew that as long as I faced the darkness head-on, I could emerge victorious in the end. The haunting. Entering the decaying gates of the old abandoned psychiatric hospital, I felt a shiver run down my spine. The building loomed ominously before me, its dark windows staring like hollow eyes into the night. I had heard the rumors of its haunted past, but nothing could prepare me for what lay within. As I stepped inside, the air grew heavy with the weight of forgotten souls. The halls echoed with the whispers of the past, and shadows danced in the flickering light. I could sense a presence watching me, unseen but undeniably malevolent. Exploring the asylum's corridors, I encountered spectral figures drifting through the darkness. Their hollow eyes bore into mine, filled with a longing that chilled me to the bone. I knew then that I was not alone in the asylum, the spirits of the past still roamed its halls. Researching the asylum's history, I uncovered tales of cruelty and suffering inflicted upon its patients. Locked away in the name of treatment, they had endured unspeakable horrors at the hands of their caretakers. It was no wonder their restless spirits lingered in the shadows, seeking vengeance for their torment. Determined to uncover the truth, I enlisted the help of paranormal investigators. Together, we delved deeper into the asylum's dark past, searching for evidence of the supernatural. EVP recordings captured chilling voices pleading for release, confirming the presence of the restless dead. As our investigation progressed, so too did the malevolent force that haunted the asylum. Cold spots chilled the air, and strange shadows moved of their own accord. It was as if the very walls themselves were alive with an evil energy. In the heart of the asylum, we encountered a powerful entity unlike anything we had ever faced. Its presence filled us with dread, and I could feel its dark influence seeping into my mind. It seemed determined to drive us from the asylum, or worse. Armed with knowledge and determination, we prepared to confront the entity head-on. But as we ventured deeper into the asylum's depths, our resolve was tested like never before. Shadows twisted and writhed around us, and I feared that we were no match for the darkness that lurked within. In a desperate bid to save ourselves, I made the ultimate sacrifice, offering myself as bait to distract the entity while my companions fled to safety. As I faced the darkness alone, I prayed that my sacrifice would not be in vain. In the final moments of the confrontation, I uncovered the truth behind the asylum's haunting. The entity was not a vengeful spirit, but a manifestation of the pain and suffering endured by its former patients. It was their collective anguish that fueled its rage, and only by confronting the horrors of the past could we hope to banish it for good. With newfound determination, we performed a cleansing ritual to purify the asylum of its dark energy. As we chanted the ancient incantations, I could feel the weight of the past lifting from my shoulders. It was as if the spirits themselves were finally finding peace. In the aftermath of the ritual, the asylum stood silent and still, its haunted halls now free from the grip of darkness. Though scars remained, I knew that we had done what was necessary to set the souls of the past free. And as we left the asylum behind, I felt a sense of closure that I had never known before. As we emerged from the asylum's shadowy embrace, I knew that our journey was far from over. Though the horrors of the past would always linger in our memories, we faced the future with renewed hope and optimism. Together, we would continue to explore the mysteries of the supernatural, knowing that we had the strength to overcome whatever challenges lay ahead. In the end, the asylum served as a reminder of the fragility of the human mind, and the dangers of ignoring the suffering of others. Though its walls may crumble and its halls may echo with the whispers of the past, its legacy would live on as a cautionary tale of the horrors that lie within the human soul. As I looked back on our journey, I realized that the true power of the supernatural lay not in fear, but in understanding. By confronting the darkness head-on, we had gained insight into the mysteries of the unknown, and emerged stronger for it. And as we walked away from the asylum, I knew that our experiences would forever shape the people we had become. With the asylum behind us, we continued our exploration of the supernatural, venturing into haunted houses, abandoned buildings, and forgotten graveyards in search of answers. Though the dangers were real, we faced each new challenge with courage and determination, knowing that our experiences had prepared us for whatever lay ahead. As we faced the unknown together, our bonds of friendship grew stronger than ever before. Through the trials and tribulations of our journey, we forged a connection that transcended time and space, a connection that would endure for all eternity. In the face of unimaginable horrors, we have proven that the human spirit is capable of overcoming even the darkest of nightmares. Though we had been tested in ways we never thought possible, we had emerged victorious, a testament to the strength and resilience of the human soul. As we looked out upon the world with newfound clarity, I knew that our journey was far from over. Though the road ahead would be long and treacherous, we faced it with a sense of purpose and determination, ready to confront whatever challenges lay ahead. And so, our journey continued, guided by a sense of curiosity and wonder that would never fade. Through the darkness and the light, we walked together, united in our quest for knowledge and understanding. And as long as there were mysteries left to uncover, we would never stop exploring the vast and wondrous world of the supernatural.